Welcome to a 1v1 on Gleize Breakout. This game is going to be Momo4sho versus Dusty. Rear echelon troops opening for Momo. Double rear echelons. I could see that on this map. Have a little bit of extra capping power. He's gonna go. Hans just messaged me on Steam. Can't even handle the drama, Kappa. Exactly. I can't. My delicate heart can't take it. I'm sorry, Hans. Watching all of my beloved Kochu community members fight amongst themselves just breaks my heart. I couldn't stand it. Rear echelon troops taking control of this strategic point, and this squad is going to head right to grab this territory over here, and Pios are going to move grab the munitions now. We're going to see a Grenadier MG opening from Dusty. It's pretty bold, by the way, to get an MG this early on this map. I feel like MGs are extremely hard to protect on this map. There's buildings that you can camp in, yes, but eventually there's flamethrowers and grenades and stuff, and it's just becomes a bit much to try and deal with. Hopefully he'll experience some success over here on the right side of that team weapon. Meanwhile, left, his Pios will get forced away by these riflemen easily enough, I think. I don't know, he's going to try and pull the rifleman left. No, he's not. Changed his mind. Doesn't like the engagement. Will retreat. Second squad showed themselves, and he wasn't going to be able to do anything over there, so Pios are long gone. MG42 setting up here in the middle, facing left. As for commanders, Momo has immediately picked Rifle Company, fields that vet rifle squad now, and Dusty has access to elite troops, I think. Yeah, elite troops, Spearhead, and Blitzkrieg. So MG42 forces a retreat from that rifle squad. MG42 jumping into this building right here. Riflemen making their way across the top right, take control of this strategic point. And over here on the left, rear echelon troops take the left side. VP move to grab the strategic point next.
Riflemen will now be better trained before deployment. Stand by, Grenadiers here! Moving flank! Hit that lead man! Who's marching on us? The new Grenadier squad is ready.
MG42 firing out of the building. There's the first flamethrower from Dusty. He'll get his before Momo because, of course, he has chosen Rifle Company rather than Armor Company. Doesn't have any 0 CP flamethrowers. That's probably the one advantage Oster has against US forces on this map, so Dusty's going to take advantage of that now. Throwing the flamethrower into this building and forcing those riflemen back away.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
While he has the opportunity. Grenadiers set up in this green cover to engage against the riflemen there. I think only one of these models actually has green cover because of the weird way cover works with shrubs next to these walls, which is infuriating and totally stupid, but whatever. Seems to be going kind of okay for those riflemen for now. Pretty deep engagement by those Grenadiers, by the way. Flamethrower leaves that building, moves over here to assist in an engagement for the right side. MG42 set up in this building is also falling a little bit low right there.
We are losing the sector.
Still can't tell who's winning this engagement. But again, this is pretty deep Grenadiers. Dusty off to a pretty strong start though. Rear echelon troops are moving to make a pretty deep cutoff maneuver. Nice rear echelon usage here, trying to keep them relevant, keep them moving and capping where possible. Not a very good chance of them getting wiped on retreat because the only really high DPS squad Dusty has this flamethrower, which just retreated to tech, so nothing wrong with making those really deep harassment attempts. There's an early minesweeper upgrade for Momo as well. Get that on the field. And combat engineers are going to retreat right there. Both of these squads going to retreat for some reinforcement. Not feeling confident leaving them on the front line, and there's the lieutenant from Momo. Still has a ways to go for flamethrower. Utility cars in production, so it looks like pretty standard OMG pop style US forces.
Alright, you dopes, listen up. What the hell am I meant to do with these? A capture point is being overrun.
Riflemen jump into this building. These riflemen heading left as well.
I smell orders. We need to start us a rumor like they did back in... A capture point is under attack. Guys who said the water was bad and they were ordered to drink wine until it was cleared up? Yeah. We need to start us a rumor. Taking fire! Get ready!
Riflemen taking control of the left side munitions, and grenadiers are grabbing the left side fuel. M20 is heading over there to push away those grenadiers, if possible. Rifle grenade on these riflemen. Only kills one guy, that wasn't that big of a deal. Dusty can't spam rifle grenades too hard, still needs to upgrade a lot of squads. He's going to want to think about Teller Mines. Just hoping for a lucky grenade right there. His opponent didn't really react to it, but it just didn't. It wasn't that well played. It wasn't very good of an opportunity, I guess. And the squad wasn't that clumped. Not a very good chance of him getting much of a return on that investment. Nice fuel harassment over here on the left by that grenadier squad, but harassment by lone squads is going to become a little bit more risky with this M20 on the field. A very mobile counter to harassment now on the field for Momo, and Dusty's going to have to try and think of a way to get that thing off the field before he makes any further harassment attempts. These two squads engaging against the stuff in this building. Forces it out. Flamethrower will jump inside. Make it rather difficult for Momo to do anything about this. Still no 3 CPs from Momo. Still no flamethrowers for him to force anything from buildings in return. That Grenadier squad will soft retreat away from the M20 towards the half track, which will be able to reinforce all of these squads on the front line, and we know Dusty is a huge user of the half track. So, no surprise there. Late retreat on those Grenadiers, but I think they'll get away. I don't know. I feel like that Lieutenant Micro was a little off right there. He should have chased that, and he shouldn't have run. He shouldn't have run past the squad. He should have stayed in their retreat path and stayed at medium range in their retreat path. I think that was a wipe if he had done so. Bit of a miss micro by Momo right there, unfortunately. Gren squad will get away as a result. Meanwhile, here in the center, Grenadiers and MG42 in the building. Very strong position in this building. Dusty knows, I think, that his opponent's rifle company. So he's going to have to think about the arrival of flamethrowers extremely soon. But until they get here, camping buildings are perfectly safe. Give him a little bit of protection against the M20, give him a little bit of protection against small arms in general, so...
Enemy infantry! Fire at will! Okay, that does it. Don't ease off! Cover the approaches! That's it! Points out! Ready to go! Ready. Send orders.
Ambulance on the field from Momo should be able to get some squads healed right there. A lot of manpower bleed by this half track. Tends to be pretty manpower expensive to maintain these forward positions on an Oster half track. See what he can pull off. The fact that he went lieutenant instead of captain tier means there's not really a counter to that half track on its way to this battlefield, other than just mass riflemen with rifle grenades. He could tech bazookas, Captain Price style. Flamers and bazooka blob, but that would put a bit of a dent in his munitions. He does want to keep up his flamethrower production. He's currently only got one, so that's 2 to go. Anti-tank grenade on the half track will damage his engine, put it in a little bit of danger. Rifle grenade right there takes out 2 of those riflemen. They may be forced to retreat very soon here. Flamethrower engaging against the MG42 frontally. They will get suppressed and probably forced to retreat, and they will be able to reinforce during the course of this engagement. This engagement doesn't go very well for Momo, and he may want to rethink exactly how he engages from this point forward. Nice deep harassment by this squad, but a very good chance of wipe on retreat for them. They're going to be retreating through a lot of stuff. Panzerfaust pushes away the M20 right there, which is doing okay, and Dusty has 5 CPs and no commander selection yet. He's spamming Panzerfaust pretty hard here, and reinforcement out by the half-track, spamming a lot of resource expenditures pretty hard on this possibly overly aggressive front line. He's fighting, I think, a little too hard for territory. That doesn't matter very much. Half-track might go down right here. And there it goes.
The enemy has dealt us a blow. Enemy engaging! Tanks now have defensive smoke capabilities. Infantry rested and ready to advance rapidly. Reconnaissance Stuka, fueled and
Panzer Grenadiers jump the wall to engage against those rear echelon troops right there, bringing them down pretty low. Riflemen engaging at maximum range are not going to do much. One of the models isn't even firing because it's equipped with a flamethrower, so that's... You should try not to engage at maximum range with riflemen. Still, where are the grenades? Late grenade tech from Momo. It's 11 minutes and he's getting shut down by one machine gun. Really needs grenades. Half-track's down though, so that's good. Second half-track in production for Dusty. Dusty will always replace a lost half-track, by the way. So if you're up against Dusty, kill his half-track and he'll make another one. Good way to slow down his later units and bleed his manpower. Late retreat on the flamethrower right there, and they get wiped too. Dusty is getting wrecked here on this way overly aggressive front line, but even he can actually trade down as long as he doesn't trade down too far because he holds the whole map. Both munitions points, 2 VPs, tons of strategic points, and that fuel on the left means if he can just, even though this is a very expensive front line to hold, if he does hold it for a long time, which he has, it's been like 4 minutes maybe that he's been in front of the Allied base, he's going to get a huge resource boost out of that. He's got 48 munitions coming in. Pretty nice thing to have as Oster. What he should really do while he has all this space created is try and throw down some really aggressive teller mines. You could probably have snuck one right there during this. You could probably have gotten one over here somewhere. Throw them down in aggressive locations where an M20 is highly likely to hit them. Of course, there's a minesweeper on the field, so it would be a bit of a gamble.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
But making space for good mines is very important and it can be hard to do. I think Dusty had a lot of space created during that engagement. He maybe had an opportunity, but finally he will be pushed away from Momo's front door. Very expensive engagement to maintain right there, but it gave him a nice chunk of map control during the course of those engagements. And I think both sides bled manpower pretty badly. But the loss of that full squad of Pyos, I think, was the only wipe I saw really during that. I don't think any of Momo's stuff got wiped.
Forces are securing our territory. Panzer IV command tanks can now be
One Pyo squad wiped. Oh, a rear echelon troop squad got wiped apparently at some point. Okay, so a half-track has died, a Pyo squad has died, and a rear echelon troop squad has died. Other than that, no serious losses on any side of things. Dusty has chosen Blitzkrieg. Gonna play a pretty bold game apparently, throwing out the command tank now. Command tank can be a nice thing to have against a rifle company before the Easy-8s arrive. And the Sherman, the regular Sherman, which looks like he might go major tier. Machine gun just got wiped in that build into a grenade. Real careless loss. Command tank doing what it can against these riflemen. No wipe though. Get away. LMG Grenadiers engaging against riflemen over here. There's the rifle grenade. Late dodge. Grenadiers will take that engagement. Riflemen have to retreat. Panzer IV moving up to engage against these riflemen. There's that retreat. No wipe again. No hugely lucky shots for Dusty yet, who will re-engage despite having a damaged engine at 15 minutes. Damaged engine frontline half-track against U.S. forces at 15 minutes is just crazy. Where's the Sherman? No major tier yet, I guess. His fuel, I guess. Momo's fuel control just hasn't been that good. Just really hasn't. He's got not even really that close to the fuel he needs for Sherman, just because Dusty's map control has been so good. He's going to keep up the aggression here. Very bold. If I were him, I would start to feel like, oh, there's going to be a Sherman here any second. I should be careful. Apparently Dusty has no such concerns and he's going to go super hardcore. Not even, Momo. Not even close. It's really not. It's not nearly as good as the Shugi. It's alright, though. It's got 11 kills. Doing okay. LMG in the building.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Rifleman falling a little low in this engagement. Will be forced to retreat.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Command tank pulling back right there, and there's the EZ8 on the field. Dusty has absolutely no counter to that at all.
Frontline units are being hung out to
Nothing. He's just gone completely super hard, aggressive anti-infantry strat to try and seal the game early and push Momo into his base, but he can't do anything against that EZ8 right now. Queuing up an AT gun, try and give himself a weapon against that thing. The only thing he can do against that is damage its engine and try and keep it off the battlefield for a little while. He does have the munitions for Panzerschrecks though. Once his Panzerschreck's complete and he has the AT gun out, he'll be able to maybe manage the threat of that EZ8 while he waits for tier 2? I don't know. Or tier 3? I don't know if I think he's gonna try and survive on just tier 2, having gone Blitzkrieg Doctrine. Command tank is nice. Probably gonna struggle to win this game against EZ8 spam though if he doesn't make it to tier 4 or tier 3. Either way, tier 4 or tier 3 could be difficult. Tier 4 would be nice, but difficult to survive until. So both of those will be challenging in their own way. Panzerschreck's engaging against that EZ8. Get a nice volley off. Now it's falling very low, but they're so clumped. Oh no, they're gonna die. I can see it now. Phew, EZ8 shot missed, and they got suppressed by the 50 cal right there, so they will get away alive. I thought for sure those Panzergrants were gonna die. No miracle shot from that EZ8, which will pull back for repairs here by the ambulance, and map control is just going crazy apparently. Two sectors being taken over here on the right side. M20 takes the fuel point over there. Rifleman taking the victory point over here. 50 cal jumping in the building, and 2 rifle squads taking the munitions point left. And Dusty is mostly just setting up defense, repairing, getting ready for the next push. A couple squads healing in the Oster base need to make their way back to the front line, including Panzer Grenadiers. Needs to be careful about losing squad members. 42, very high reinforced cost on them. So if they can get away with 3 men remaining, that's pretty good deal.
Enemy is taking our territory. Our opponents are seizing a sector.
How bad is the command tank against the EZ8? Extremely bad. It can't even really hurt the EZ8. EZ8 will kill it in 4 shots? 5 shots maybe? 5 shots, I guess. If it benefits from its own aura. I'm not sure, but it can't even really hurt the EZ8, so yeah, has no problem with that thing at all. And we're probably going to see that right now. EZ8 about to move in on the command tank, which is way overextended. Oh no, it does get a nice hit off on those riflemen. Panzerfaust is available. Where's the AT gun? Nicely positioned, okay. AT gun does arrive to save the day, maybe. Pop smoke. He went the wrong way. He should have gone around this building, maybe. I don't know if he can save that. Wow, survives with a tiny sliver of HP. AT gun moves through the Sherman smoke cloud. He's able to disengage, and that command tank will survive with a tiny sliver of health. That thing arrived just in time to save the day. Over here on the left side, riflemen have grabbed all the territory. The 50 cal in the building is firing on some stuff over here. Grenadiers will reposition to assist in this engagement on the right. Full volley from those Panzer Grenadiers on something. I think on the EZ8. Dealt minor damage right there. Whoa, what happened to this M20? Apparently the M20 crew was forced to retreat over here on the right side. That's going to give Dusty a free scout car. Half track is available to reinforce anything that might recruit that. Lieutenant moves to try to prevent. M20 is recovered. Grenade toss, cancel. He's gonna try and kill the M20 with a grenade if Dusty wasn't microing it, but he pulled it to safety. And now Dusty has a scout car. And his command tank and the half-track right here. Fortunately, losing the scout car that late doesn't matter that much. Dusty should try to plant an M6 anti-tank mine with it if he can. Other than that, whatever. LMG Grenadiers engaging over here against the
enemy is overrunning one of our
riflemen. Will force them to retreat. Oh, late retreat on those Panzer Grenadiers. Dusty. They make a miracle escape. Easy Gate bringing the command tank extremely low though, and that AT gun has not been recrewed. I think everything over here is going to die. Oh, the House of Cards is all going to come tumbling down to that Vet 2 Easy 8, which will focus fire the M20 first, maybe. If Dusty had planted a really sneaky M6 mine, maybe he could have survived this. He wasn't expecting that Easy 8 to get repaired so quick. Already back on the battlefield and everything gets cleaned up. That sucks for Dusty. Meanwhile, in the base, no tech, no Panther on the way. And his attempt at recovering this AT gun also fails. It looks like Rifleman might get it under their control, and Momo is going to take full control of this game. 50 cal will prevent harassment of the left, maybe? I don't know why it left the building. It's just standing there, apparently. Those riflemen will succeed in taking back this AT gun, and Dusty looks like he's pretty much screwed. He does have 191 fuel. He got a little fuel saved up. See what he decides to do with it. If he goes with another command tank, it'll be a serious setback. It'll help against this infantry army, but he hasn't got a counter to the Easy 8, and his AT gun just got stolen. All he has is his Panzer Shrek squad.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
What just got wiped? Oh. Full squad of riflemen just got wiped over here. Wasn't being monitored by me or Momo, apparently. Nice pickup for Dusty. Get himself free BAR on those Grenadiers. Both Panzer Shrek shots just missed. Panzer Faust being fired just dudded, I think. I don't think it did anything.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Things might hit Vet 3 this game. I don't think it bounced. I think it like hit the ground or something. I don't even know what happened there. It looked a little weird. Have to watch it on YouTube in slow-mo or something. Although in all fairness, it wasn't going to make any difference. Oh, it was Lieutenant. Okay. Momo probably hasn't even teched bars, has he? No, so I'm dumb. Over here on the left side, OMG Grenadiers are a little overextended with 2 Easy 8s on the field. They might get home safe, but it's going to cost manpower, and it's probably not going to give much fuel for very long. I don't know what Dusty's waiting for on his next AT gun. He's way behind here. I don't know if he can recover this game without some sort of miracle teller mine or close air support or something. I don't know. Looks like Momo's got this one in the bag. I knew that overextension by those Grens was going to end in tears. Dead squad. Dusty loses another full squad of infantry. And it again looks like there's nothing he can do to recover this. Rifleman taking control of the right side strategic point. Easy 8 moves to take control of the left side fuel. This cutoff is about to fall, and Dusty will have no resources coming in whatsoever. MG42 moves up to push away these riflemen, and LMG Grenadiers move to grab some territory. Over here on the right, riflemen are jumping into this building. Stolen AT gun could maybe move up a little bit, but Dusty doesn't seem to have any intention of spending his fuel beyond tier 2 for whatever reason. I don't know what the deal is with that. Who just timed out Juan? I was reading that. I'm just kidding. Rifleman will be forced to retreat right here. That could be a wipe. Oh, could be. Maybe. No, they will get away. AT gun right there. Brings down the easy 8 pretty low. That's gonna have to pull back for some repairs. Over here, Piles retreat away from Rifleman with a flamethrower. Looks like Momo should have no problem maintaining this containment, although he does have to repair that tank a little. It's not the end of the world. Panzer Grenadiers working on this flamethrower rifle squad. The Grenadiers in this building do have a BAR and an LMG. It makes it dangerous to take that munitions point without support, so that's something. 50 cal could probably move up to a slightly more aggressive location. I would put it in this house if Dusty insists on continuing to push down this road. It's not really doing anything over here. That's actually a pretty good tip on this map to capitalize on a lead. If you put a machine gun in this house, move it over into this one if you can pull ahead, because that's where engagements are probably going to be over there. Is that dead? Vet 3 Z8! No! The command tank killed it on the rear armor! Wow, I can't even believe that. Alright, I take back what I said earlier. Apparently the command tank is pretty okay against an almost completely dead Vet 3 Z8. Oh man, miracle recovery attempt by Dusty isn't gonna happen. Piles will have to retreat from that. Grenadiers taking control of the right side, strategic point. Sherman deploying smoke for these riflemen's advance. They will get into close. Oh! Oh no! Wow, apparently this decision to go second command tank is paying off big time. Looks like Momo doesn't quite know how to deal with this. Partially because he just lost that easy 8 in a situation where maybe shouldn't have. He still has 2 on the field though. This is alright, so he's got 2 easy 8s. I feel like he maybe could have gone major this game and gotten some HE shell Shermans because easy 8s are not quite as good at forcing retreats from Panzerschrecks and clearing AT guns, but they are great against, I mean, the command tank and all of Dusty's vehicles that he might field. Nothing wrong with easy 8s by any means, but HE shells would be nice to have. Still, easy 8s should be able to get the job done. With that Panzerschreck squad off the field, by the way, that is the perfect opening against this position. That just 2 easy 8s, just drive up and kill everything. Should be able to, no problem.
Our industry grows to support us.
I don't know what he's waiting for. Once those Panzerschrecks come back, that's engagement becomes 10 times harder to win. Apparently he's gonna go work the left side, sending this easy 8 to go counter-harass the squad of Grenadiers. I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like he could have easily killed that command without even thinking about it. Maybe he didn't want to go into that a minesweeper, I guess? I don't know. Dusty has not planted a single tunnel mine this game, though, unfortunately. He has little munitions to spare, but I think he's saving for super close air support. That squad falls low and loses their flamethrower to the command tank right there. The longer he lets that command tank live, the more of a nuisance it's going to be. Easy 8 working on the base, takes a little damage from Panzerschreck fire, although an MG42 gets cleared. That could be good, and a Pyro squad wiped on retreat. Nice pickup here behind enemy lines by Momo. This Easy 8 looks like it wants to go in on the command tank while it has an opportunity, but it will get nailed by that AT gun once. Oh god, the target weak point is so real. Smoke deployed. Dusty, I think, might be attacking ground. I think that's dead. Oh my god. At least this died too, to a stolen AT gun right there, but the stolen AT gun may have overextended itself and gets cleared. Grenadiers might be able to recover that. That would be a big pickup for Dusty. A nice trade, honestly. Command tank for his AT gun. And Easy 8 Sherman. Pretty good. These things are expensive, though. That's 250 fuel loss on command tanks this game. He's finally Battle Phase 2. I wonder if he'll go 3 and try and make it a Panther. I don't know if he will. He's got 186 victory points remaining. That's a little bit of time if he can hold on to the map control he does have. Might be difficult, though, with his command tank dead. But he did recover his AT gun. Or wait, no, he didn't. He made a fresh one right there. Okay, so he's got 2 AT guns in his possession, 1 decrewed here. Our Momo should be able to get it back under his control.
We are losing a sector. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
That squad will be forced to retreat right there. 50 cal has moved up to a slightly more aggressive position. I still think this house would be maybe a little better. Give him a better line on that road. Still, it'll take out these squads as they advance around that corner. There's full retreat, so that's good. AT gun's gonna pull back to safety away from that machine gun as well. Oh, hey, my name's Eric. Thanks for following, Eric4753. I wish I should be a lot better about thanking followers. I get a lot of follows where I hear the noise, but I don't even acknowledge that it happened. Need to make a note to be better about that. If you followed today and I didn't say thanks to you, thank you.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
AT gun heading right to take control of this strategic point. And most of the right side is falling into Momo's control here, while Dusty's going to go hard left with his 3rd command tank. Apparently he's just going full command tank and AT gun spam, and that's his strategy this game against Easy 8s, and he's just going to try and win with that. I don't think it's going to be easy, but alright. Oh my god, another pop though. How many flamethrowers have popped at command tank fire? 3 on screen. Wow. Panzer Shrek's working on this Easy 8. Panzer Grenadiers make it into that house. They might be able to get a volley off on that Easy 8. Looks like Dusty's gonna go for it. House is falling a little low. It's kind of risky to be in there, but I think it can maybe take a couple more shots. Especially if they miss. Panzer Grenadiers leave the house and we'll find an opportunity against this fuel cache and maybe that AT gun too.
The enemy is taking our territory.
2 AT guns for Dusty to make it as difficult as possible for anything to advance, and Rifleman will be pushed away by that command tank. Light artillery barrage? Or no, Stuka close air support on that building. Doesn't target the building though, targets the Rifleman right there. Command tank moving up to fire on the building as well. The stolen AT gun is all the way back here in the base. Command tank is free and clear to do whatever it wants in the middle. That machine gun will get wiped if it doesn't get out of that house soon. Panzer Grenadiers engaging right here will fall a little low, and he's going to pull them back when they fall to 3 men, try and minimize his manpower bleed. Rifleman moving up on the flank of this AT gun right here might do a decent amount of damage. Oh, that Stuka close air support just wrecked that building. There they go. And this one. Oh my god, Momo. Get out of these buildings when they fall that low. That's asking for it. Whoa, what happened right there? Command tank just dove the base, apparently. Dusty. Dusty, please. Into the stolen AT gun and it gets destroyed. Momo needs to get out of these dead houses, though. That is so asking for it. Close air support, fortunately, was off target over here. Now he's pretty safe to be in that house because close air support is over, but while it was still circling, I feel like that was a pretty good way to lose that rifle squad. Oh, that was a bait? I missed it if that was like a super awesome bait, but okay.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Damn. LMG Grenadiers engaging against the riflemen right here. That squad will be forced to retreat right there. Over here on the right side, Grenadiers working against the vehicle crew. Should be able to win that engagement over time and get that munitions point captured. And on the left side, Riflemen are working with that VP. Momo still has a great victory point lead, and if Dusty's just going to spend all of his fuel on command tanks this game, map control is hardly even a concern. Easy 8 production is still clearly going strong. Faust will bounce again. Oh, how many useless Fausts I've seen in this game. Pretty lucky for Momo.
The enemy is taking our territory. Stuka AT support ready to take out enemy armor.
We have secured
We are losing a sector. In combat!
Squad's gonna retreat right there. Riflemen taking the left munitions, and these riflemen grabbing the center VP. Over here on the left, riflemen are grabbing strategic points, while Dusty takes pretty much everything on the right. Vehicle crew was forced to retreat out of the church. Vet 2 Easy A moves to counter. Grenadiers over here on the right side. They're falling a little low. There they go. Over here in the center, Easy 8 is engaging against these Grenadiers, forces them to retreat.
Is attempting to steal our sector. We have 100 points. The sector has been cut off.
That miracle hit. Bumps Grenadiers in the road. That's a wipe. Wow, Vet 3 pack apparently. Dusty's going to want to preserve that if at all possible. There's a Vet 2 Easy 8 over here. Pretty dangerous to a completely unsupported AT gun. Hard right. Fortunately, Momo probably doesn't know where that is. These Pyos are not going to do anything against the Easy 8. I don't think any of these squads are going to do anything over here. Dusty should probably just try and get those to safety and think about his next push. Although he doesn't really have time for that. He's going to lose. There's another wipe on the Pyos. AT gun working on the Easy 8 over here, right side. And White Phosphorus called in on the pack. And Dusty's going to have to make a full retreat from the right. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do anything center. Honestly, I don't even know what he's gonna do.
The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun. We are losing a sector. Watch your distance! Shift your fire! Grenadiers right at full strength! Prepare to fire! The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Grenadiers taking control of the center victory points, munitions point, and victory point.
50 points remaining.
Only 50 points left for Dusty. He pretty much has no choice but to win engagements for 2 separate fronts simultaneously with no tanks and an extremely bled infantry force. Pretty good Panzer Strike volley right there. Panzer Faust will actually penetrate, and AT gun shot connects. EC8 goes down. Nicely played by Dusty right there. Had just the amount of firepower he needed. Riflemen in this house will force retreat from those Panzer Grens though, and there's not really anything Dusty could do about that. Here comes the 4th and final command tank. If this one doesn't somehow magically turn the game around, then that's pretty much GG. Well, there's engine damage on the final command tank, so apparently it's not going to have the miracle impact that we were hoping for. Panzer move up to maybe save the day. There's another Panzerfaust bounce just for good measure. Easy A needs to take one more long shot. No! Why would he pull back from that? Wow, I can't believe that's going to survive. It doesn't matter though. Only 43 victory points remaining. That thing's going to be off the field for repairs all day. Rifleman catch an AT gun out of position left. A lot of map control going to Dusty over here, though. That's, I mean, I guess that's something, sort of, but victory points are still ticking against him. This EZ8 going deep and completely unopposed. Well, slightly opposed. Panzerschreck volley on its rear armor, and that command tank is dead for sure. There it goes. Nice pickup by Momo. And that should seal the game. AT gun might go down too. Momo could clear that or just pull back and work the VPs. Whatever. Either way, I don't think there's anything Dusty can do here. I don't know. I don't know what I think about his decision to go with 4 command tanks. I think he probably, after losing his second one, could have tried to make it to tier 4 and get maybe a Panther on the field. Or just tier 3 and try and win on Panzer IVs and AT guns. Probably a pretty decent chance of that maybe happening after his early map control lead. But he kind of let the late game slip through his fingers here. He had a pretty strong early aggressive opening with the half track. I felt like it was maybe a little overly expensive here on the front line, but he had a lot of map control and he didn't capitalize on his map control. He built up a huge fuel stockpile and then spent it all on command tank spam, which I've certainly never seen work. Although, to be fair, I think with slightly better micro, this strategy could have pulled through. I think that Dusty did make quite a few micro mistakes that you could also argue they are what cost him the game rather than build decisions.
25 points remaining.
But I think it's most accurate to say that it's a combination of both. Dusty doesn't think he can recover from this situation, and there it is, GG being exchanged. Well played.
The sector has been cut off.
Momo wouldn't even tank that rifle grenade. Wouldn't even give him a conciliatory squad wipe at the end. Look at that BM rifle nade dodge. Victory points tick out, and that's the game. GG, Allies win.